Hello everyone, welcome back to Pably. So if you are managing an e-commerce store online, then you might know that how much time it takes in order to manage all the tasks which are involved in managing an e-commerce store, such as sales, repetitive customers, invoices, prices and etc. So today we are going to learn how to automate BigCommerce using Pably Connect. As you know, BigCommerce is an amazing and popular e-commerce platform. So you can simply connect your e-commerce platform with Pably Connect to automate all your repetitive tasks. And this can be done without the requirement of any coding and programming skills, simply with the help of Pably Connect. So if you want to learn this amazing automation step by step, for that you have to come towards my screen. Welcome to my screen. In this video, as I told you, we are going to learn how to automate BigCommerce with the help of Pably Connect. So creating automation for BigCommerce using Pably Connect offers numerous benefits that can significantly enhance the efficiency and effectiveness of your e-commerce operations. By automating key tasks such as order processing, inventory management, and customer communication, you can save a lot of time and reduce the manual effort required to manage your online store. This leads to improved accuracy, as automation minimizes the risk of human errors in tasks like updating stock levels, processing orders, and sending customer notifications as well. Additionally, automation ensures that your store operates smoothly even during peak times, handling large volumes of orders and customer interaction seamlessly. It also allows for better data management, as you can automatically sync your data between BigCommerce and other platforms such as Google Sheets, email marketing tools, CRM, and etc. Okay, so we are going to learn step by step that how we can set up a connection between BigCommerce and Pably Connect to automate all our repetitive tasks. Now, for learning the connection, let's get started. This is the home page of Pably Connect, where we can reach by tapping the URL pably.com/connect in our browser. After coming over here, we'll find two options: sign in and sign up for free. So in case if you are already an existing user like me, you just have to click on sign in to log into your account. But if you are a new user, you have to click on this sign up for free button to create your free new account, and it is going to create your account in just 2 minutes. Also, when you will do that, you will be receiving 100 free tasks every month to explore this amazing software and to test multiple automations. Now, because I am already an existing user, so I'm going to click on sign in option. This is all app section where we can find all the products which are offered by Pably. To create this automation, we are going to use Pably Connect. So let's click on access now quickly. It has taken us towards the dashboard of Pably Connect. On this dashboard, we will be able to see all our workflows which we have created, and we can also create different folders on the same dashboard to save our workflow separately and accordingly. Now, to create a new workflow, we'll have to click on this create workflow option. We have to do that, and here a dialog box has appeared in front of us. Now, it is asking us to provide a name to this workflow. So first of all, I'm going to give a name over here. Automate BigCommerce using Pably Connect. After giving the name to my workflow, here I'm going to move towards the folder selection. You can see I have a list of folders over here, so I'm going to select this automations for e-commerce store folder, and my workflow will get saved in the folder which I have selected automatically. Now, when we are going to click on create, a new screen is open in front of us. It contains two windows, trigger and actions. So what are trigger and actions? Trigger and actions are the two main concepts, the principles or the building blocks on which the entire automation runs. The trigger says when this happens, and the action says do this. That means the action is the response towards our trigger. So whatever we are going to select in our trigger is going to command the entire workflow, and the actions are going to follow that same command. Therefore, we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can add as many action steps as we want. Now let's suppose here I'm going to take BigCommerce in my trigger, and I want that whenever a new order will be placed on my BigCommerce store, then I want to record that order with all the details in my Google Sheets. So for example, I'm going to take BigCommerce in trigger and Google Sheets in my action step. When we are going to set up the connection between these two applications, we will be able to clearly see that action is going to follow what the trigger commands. Because when the trigger happens, that means when the order is placed in the store, then only the details will be recorded in Google Sheets, otherwise not. So after understanding the whole concept of trigger and action, let us quickly start setting up connection between BigCommerce and Pably Connect. And here I want to tell you one more thing, that you can connect your BigCommerce store with Pably Connect in any way as you want. For example, if you want that whenever a specific event happens inside your BigCommerce store, then you want to capture the response and you want to transfer that same response to any other application automatically, then you can take BigCommerce in your trigger and you can connect it. And if you want that when you're going to receive the response from any of the application, you want to transfer it in your BigCommerce store, then you can definitely take BigCommerce as your action step as well. So you can connect BigCommerce both the ways, in trigger or in action. We are going to learn both the methods one by one. First of all, let's start with the trigger. I'm going to tell you over here that how you can set up connection between BigCommerce and Pably Connect as trigger, so that whenever a specific event happens happens inside your BigCommerce store, you can capture the response and transfer it to any other application automatically. So let's get started. Here we have to go towards our trigger step and we have to select our trigger application first of all. So our trigger application will be BigCommerce. Let's quickly select that. Now we need to select our trigger event. So trigger event is the event on the happening of which the workflow is going to trigger or it is going to start. You can see we have multiple events over here: cart abandoned, cart converted, new customer, new order, new product, product deleted, etc. On the happening of whichever event you want to capture the response, you can select that event over here. For example, I want that whenever a new order will be placed on my store, then I want to capture the response. So new order created will be my trigger event over here. As I have selected that, now we'll click on connect to build this connection. And for building the connection, we have to enter the details. First of all, we have to enter the client ID, access token and store hash key. So from where we are going to get all these details. For that, the instructions are given over here very clearly. You just have to first of all log into your BigCommerce account, which I have already done, and then you have to click on this advanced settings API accounts. So here the hyperlink is given. We can directly click on it and it is going to take you towards the API page of your BigCommerce store. So here you have to create a new API account by clicking on this button. So let's do that. Okay, then first of all, you have to give a name to your API key. Okay, so let's say I'm going to give a name as new orders. Then here we have the API path. When we'll scroll down here, we have to select some auths and we have to provide the permissions over here. As given in the instructions over here, that enable the following auth scopes. Any other scopes can be left as none: content, customers, information and settings, marketing, orders and products. So these are the following auth scopes which are need to be enabled. So what we will do, first of all, we'll go back towards the API page. Here we have to modify this content auth. Then we have to go for the customers. Then we have to select the customers. Then we'll go back and it is given the next is information and settings. So we'll go back. Information and settings is given over here. Let's modify that as well. Then we have to select orders and here the next is products. So we'll move forward. Here we'll move forward towards the product section and we'll modify this also. We have modified all the necessary auths and the rest can be left as nones. Okay, if you want, you can also modify others as well. Now, once we have done that, we'll simply click on save. And over here the API account is created successfully. You can see here we have received the client ID, client secret and the access token. It is required client ID and access token only over here. So first of all, let's copy the client ID. We'll move back and paste it over here quickly. Then the next is access token. Let's copy and paste it over here. Then the next we have to enter is the store hash key. So from where we are going to get it? It is given over here that enter your store hash key over here. You can find the store hash key in the path URL like this. So we'll go back towards our BigCommerce account in the API page and you can see that this is the URL given over here. This is the URL and after the store and hyphen, here we have the store hash key. Let's copy and paste it over here. Done. We'll simply click on save. As we have done that, BigCommerce is successfully connected with Pabbly Connect. Now when we are going to click on save and send test request button, it is showing waiting for response. This means that now we have to do a test submission in order to capture the response over here. How we are going to do that? By simply placing an order inside BigCommerce store. So for that, here I'm going to take you towards my BigCommerce store. And after coming over here, you can see that these are all the products I have in my store. So I'm going to purchase one of these products. Let's say this round neck t-shirt. So I'm going to click on add to cart. Product is added over here in the cart, so I will simply click on checkout. Now to purchase the product, the customer will have to enter the details such as their email address. So here, because I'm doing a test submission, I will enter a dummy email address. Through that, I'm going to place the order. So let's say the email of the person who is purchasing this product is smart46@pabblytudes.com and here I will simply click on continue. Now the customer will have to enter the details in these fields as well. Place the order. First of all, let's start with the name. Let's say the name of the customer is Smart and the last name is, let's say, user. Now I'm going to enter the company name, that is optional. So here I'm going to give ABC company. Phone number is also optional, but I'm going to enter it over here. Then we have the address. So I'm going to enter random address, apartment, city, country, and here I'm going to select the state and the postal code. Then here we have to select some other details as well, such as shipping method. So the shipping is free, and if you want, you can enter the other comments as well. Now I'm going to click on continue, and here we have to enter the payment details. So here I've entered the dummy card number because I'm making a dummy payment over here. I'm going to enter some dummy expiry date as well. Name of the card will be the name of the customer only, and here I'm going to enter a random CVV. Now I'm going to place the order. And here you can see that the order is placed. So when the order is placed over here, we'll go back towards Pabbly Connect. We will wait for the response over here for a few seconds. And yes, over here you can see that we have received the response of our order. In this response, we have received some details. Here we have the store ID. Here we have the scope which is selected related to the order. Over here we have the producer details. We have the hash key and the data type is order, and here we have the order ID. Now we have also received the timestamp format of the date and time at which we have received this response. That means at which the order is being placed. But in the response you cannot find any kind of order or product related details. So in order to get these details, you have to use this ID which we have received. What you have to do, you have to go towards your action step. You have to select your action application as BigCommerce. Then you have to find out the details of the order with the help of the ID. So your action event will be get order by ID. Let's click on connect. We'll go with the existing connection only as we have already built the connection earlier. And over here in the order ID field, we will simply enter the ID which we have received in our earlier response. This is our earlier response. Here we have the order ID. When we will select it, it is mapped over here. So when we map our data like this by using our previous step, it becomes dynamic. And with each and every new response, it is going to replace automatically then. This means that now whenever a new order will be placed on our BigCommerce store and the response will be captured, then automatically the ID which we have mapped over here is going to replace with the new ID of that new order. And in this way we are going to automate the entire process of receiving the order details from BigCommerce. Then when we are going to click on save and send test request button, you will see we have received a response. In this response, here we have received all the details: the order ID, the date and time at which the order is placed. Here we have received the amount which is paid by the customer for this order. We have received the payment details, the details of the country. Here we have received the details of the customer as well. Here we have the first name, last name, the company of the customer. Here we have the address, city, state, zip code, country, phone number, and the email address. This means that our connection is absolutely successful. So in this way, you can set up the connection between BigCommerce and Pabbly Connect in Trigger. And if you are using new order created as your trigger event, and if you want to get the details of the order whenever the order will be placed inside Pabbly Connect, then you have to use two steps over here. You also have to apply action step, which will be BigCommerce, and your action event will be get order by ID. By using this ID, you have to fetch out the details of the order, the product, as well as the customers. All right, I hope you have understood. In this way, you have to set up the connection between your BigCommerce store and Pabbly Connect with Trigger. Now we are going to move forward towards the action step, that how you can use BigCommerce in action. For example, if you want to create a product inside BigCommerce, whenever a new row will be added in Google Sheets, then you have to add BigCommerce in your action step. So I am going to tell you how you have to do that. Let's move forward. So here I have already created a workflow. Let's suppose I'm managing a Google Sheets which contains the details of the product. So I want that as soon as I'm going to add a new row with a new product name, product ID, sale price of that product, product image, and the product description, then immediately that product should be created inside my BigCommerce store. So how we are going to do that? For that, we have to set up the connection between this Google Sheets and BigCommerce, and here we are going to use BigCommerce in action step. So I'm going to tell you how you have to set up the connection between BigCommerce and Pabbly Connect as action. For that, here I've just taken the example of Google Sheets in my trigger step, but you can take any other application according to your requirements, from which when the data will be captured, you want to add that data in your BigCommerce account. Okay, so here I have already captured the response from Google Sheets, and in this response I have received all the details related to a new row, a new product. Okay, now by using this response, I want to create a product inside BigCommerce. For that, we will go towards our action step, and here our action application will be BigCommerce, which I have already selected. Then we have to go towards our action event. We have to select the action event over here according to our choice. So you have create coupon, create a customer with custom fields, add customer's address, create a product, update a product, and all of the details over here. So I'm going to create a new product. So here I'm going to select create product button, and I will simply click on connect. Now here also, to build the connection between BigCommerce and Pabbly Connect, you have to perform the same steps which we have performed earlier. You have to enter the client ID, access token, and the store hash key in the similar manner, and your connection will be successful. So because we have already built the connection earlier, we will go with the existing connection only. And here the connection is built successfully. Now it is asking us for the following details: the product name, the type of the product, SKU, price of the product, category, and all of the details. So one by one, we will enter all these details from our previous response with the help of mapping. So let's start with the name. Here we have received the name of the product. We will map that. Ebook on social media. The type of product is digital over here, so I have selected that. Then we have the SKU. So here we have the SKU option. So here we have the SKU option. If you have, you can simply enter that. Let's see whether we have received the SKU or no. Now, if you want to provide SKU, you can also give it over here. Then we have to enter the price of the product. So the price is given over here as 270. The category over here will be utility. Then we have the weight. If you want to provide a weight to your product, you can also give it over here. you have to enter the description. So I'm going to give the description of my product. If you want to enter the order quantity minimum, that what should be the minimum quantity of the purchase of this product, that if the customer want to purchase the product from the store, how much minimum quantity he should purchase. So I'm going to select 1 over here as it is default. Then if you want, you can also give the order quantity maximum. I'm going to keep this field as blank. Then here we have the inventory level if you want to provide. So I'm going to give the inventory level is default value as 1 over here, but you can give according to your requirements. Then inventory warning level, that at what level of the inventory you want to receive the warning. So I am selecting 1, which is the default value. If you are attaching any image, you have to enter the image description and the image URL. So I have received the image URL over here. I have mapped that, and now we'll simply click on save and send test request button. Over here, you can see that we have received the response. In this response, here we have the data ID and all of the details. This means that our product is successfully created in BigCommerce. So I'm going to take you towards my BigCommerce account. We'll go towards the product section and we'll refresh this page once. And you can see that yes, a new product is added over here. This is the image of the product that I have attached. Here is the name of the product, ebook on social media, and here we have the price. This means that our workflow is running perfectly fine, so our connection is successful. So here I have simply set up a connection between Google Sheets and BigCommerce in such a way that now whenever I'm going to add a new row in my spreadsheet with a new details of the product, then automatically that product will be added in my BigCommerce store. Okay, so that the customers could purchase. So these were the steps by using which you can simply set up the connection between BigCommerce and Pabbly Connect to automate all your repetitive tasks related to the e-commerce store. You can use BigCommerce both the ways, in trigger as well as in action. So when you will set up the connection in trigger, whenever a specific event occurs inside your BigCommerce store, the response will be captured. Further, you will be able to automatically transfer that same response to any other application automatically according to your choice. Let's suppose here we have learned that whenever a new product will be purchased, whenever a new order will be created inside our BigCommerce store, then the response will be captured, and then further we have to fetch out the details of that order by using the ID of the order. As soon as you will receive the response, you can add as many action steps in that same workflow. You can create a record in your Google Sheets of all the orders which are being placed in your BigCommerce store. You can send a confirmation message to your customers who are placing the order on WhatsApp and etc. In the similar manner, in the action as well, you can take the trigger according to your requirements, and you can transfer the data from that trigger application towards BigCommerce according to your requirements. So I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but you can integrate multiple such applications without any coding or programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can reach out to us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any query, you can reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, you can reach out to the website given over here. Now, if you find this video helpful, do not forget to share it with your friends, and also please like our video and subscribe our channel for more such amazing automations.